Hi everyone and welcome to Darksiders 2 Deathinitive Edition, Deathinitive Difficulty Walkthrough. This is part 19, the Judicator Soul. Now this part has 3 souls that we have to gather. This is going to be the first one. I'm going to actually travel to Judicator. Judicator should be the second Old Lord. But this second Old Lord has 3 mini dungeons that we have to do, which is basically collect 3 souls. So this is going to be traveling to Judicator and collecting the first soul. Each of the dungeons has some sort of difficult encounters and or mini bosses. Each of the rooms have varied enemies and a spike in difficulty, I should say, especially the second, what is the one that we fight a fat, horrible dude, that I don't even know his name, but it's a mini boss, I think it's the second soul, so you're going to see it in the next video. So the difficulty is definitely going up, and I'm not going up in levels, so this is kind of weird, but whatever. By the way, these arbitrary scrolls are for a special quest. They are designed for a special quest that I never did in the PS3 or PC versions. I think it's a really longish and kind of puzzle quest that spans this entire area, and I don't really remember what you get for solving it. It's some kind of like jigsaw puzzle quest that you have to follow coordinates, and I don't really know. Maybe some of you knows and can direct me. I don't think I will be doing it, but once again, it's a difficult quest. It's not part of the main story, so I don't think I'm going to lose time over it, but you never know. When I finish with the story, I'm going to go to the Crucible and start getting good in the Crucible, and when I'm actually really good and I think I have a strong build, I'm going to record it live. So, and oh, in other news, guys, while I'm traveling here, I actually, how can I put it, I used 4 or 5 days of what I could have done in recording other walkthroughs, and I got to the point where I was in blood level 4 in my Bloodborne blood level 4. I had to defeat Mikolash again because I actually was it was not Mergo that I had left the old save file in my USB. It was Mikolash, so I had to defeat Mikolash blood level 4 once again, which I don't really like. Mikolash can be hit or miss with his magic attacks, so that was annoying. And then I have to defeat Mergo. Mergo is easy, it's not a trouble at all. And then I had to go to the DLC and defeat Ludwig again, and that's problematic. That's kind of problematic, though it didn't cost me as much as it cost me the first time that I had to learn him. Not at all. I think I died like 10 times, and it was mostly the first phase, the rush attack, that actually hits me and kills me. And of course anything in the second phase kills me, but I think I got the second phase better than the first phase at this point. I have fought him so much in different characters that I think I do it no that. No, I don't think I do it no damage. I recorded it, by the way. Ludwig, I recorded it again, so hopefully you're gonna put it once again, so you can check out the fight once again in blood level 4. But this time it will not have commentary, so you can just see the fight and the sounds and the music. And it only took me 3 minutes, so you're actually not going to enjoy a lot of the music or sounds, but yeah, it wasn't that difficult as the first time. So then after Ludwig I got to Living Failures, and Jesus fucking Christ, remember what I said in a previous video that Living Failures was actually more difficult than Ludwig? I think I will maintain that crazy thought. Because Living Failures took me like fucking 4 or 5 hours to get it. And the problem with Living Failures is, well, there are two main problems. The first one is that they have a blood pool. A blood pool? What the fuck am I even? Health pool that they all share. The 4 of them. And he's a massive fucking health pool. Like, I'm on NC. I'm not even on NC Plus like I was when I recorded the live DLC. And even on NC they have a massive health, and I hit really low with that blood level 4. I mean, I have a plus 10 saw cleaver, but and with decent gems, and when I call decent gems, I call the 20% gems that you can get from the winter lanterns in the Nightmare of Mensis. And of course I'm talking English. I'm talking like Japanese for someone who doesn't know the game. But let's just say I'm standard in the upgrade damage that I'm doing. I'm nowhere near as good as I could be if I would be doing chalice dungeons with the blood level 4 character. So really standard in damage, or low I should say in damage. Almost no visceral attack, no visceral damage, which is a problem because the most damage you can do to Living Failures is with visceral damage. So, and I could have go and farmed rapid poison, which is let's just say a very famous line of defeating way of defeating the Living Failures, stacking rapid poison gems. But I actually felt like I was cheating the fight a little, and I have to be stupid, right? I'm retarded as fuck, because to be honest I should have used them, because the fight is going to take me 10 or 11 minutes, and yeah, it's as fucking bad as you heard it. 10 or 11 minutes to get through the fight. And I'm going to load it, guys, and just going to commentate it as best as I can. But yeah, it's a fucking mess. And then I did what's his face, Maria, and Maria is actually a really nice fight. When I got to her on the DLC, that you can see the chapter that I got to her, I really loved the fight. And I loved it in Blood Level 4. Though I will criticize it, and I'll criticize it now, because when I get to it I don't think I have enough time. But Maria is kinda random, it's kinda RNG, and that's the only problem that Maria has. I didn't really notice that in my DLC first playthrough, or I didn't notice in my other characters when I got through her or to her and fought her. It wasn't really that hard or RNG, but when you go and fight a boss fight in a Blood Level 4 character, you tend to spend a lot more time fighting the boss fight than in other instances. So you begin to see the flaws of the boss fights. And to be honest, Maria is kinda RNG. You can do some stuff to control what she's going to do, which you're going to see me doing. But to be honest, there is not that whole lot that I can do. I got good at it though, with practice and understanding of how she moves and how to provoke some of his attack patterns and evade some of the others. But yeah, she was not easy. Definitely she was not easy as she would have been in another character with a more proper level, of course. This is, you see me using the Reaper form here. I don't know if you've seen it before, but this is the Reaper form. And this is a new enemy that spawns more enemies. I just... oh, he didn't die. Oh, there we go. A lot of health though, because the Reaper form hits really hard. So yeah, so I got through Maria again, and I'm probably at the same time that I'm going to upload this part of Darksiders, I'm going to upload Living Failures, so you can just check out my fight against Living Failures and my thoughts about it. I'm probably going to rant a lot, and I'm just left with Orphan and Lawrence, and to be honest, Orphan is really tough. I haven't beaten him yet. Orphan is really tough. Lawrence, I'm not that sure. I would say Orphan is a little more unpredictable. I don't like the fight, actually. Orphan, I mean. I like Lawrence. I don't have that much of a problem that everyone has, that everyone complains about his AoE attacks and fire damage. I don't really have a problem with Lawrence, but with Orphan, oh my god, it's all over the place. I actually like better the second phase of Orphan now than the first phase. But I'm not going to talk this entire video about Bloodborne and Blood Level 4, because I understand that it might not be of your interest. You might not like the game for some reason. You know, I will actually say that if you don't like Bloodborne and you have a PlayStation 4, no, excuse me, if you have a PlayStation 4 and you haven't played Bloodborne yet, I will strongly advise to give it a try, because it's just an amazing game, and with the DLC it's the most perfect package of the entire year almost, especially if you only have a PlayStation 4, because it's an exclusive game. And I will only not recommend this game like to people who maybe, because it's a third-person hack and slash with really tight dodge mechanics and really tight fighting mechanics, but really tight, that you have to, you know, it's easy to play but tough to master, you know, that kind of mechanics. And I don't know how I will not, to what person I will not recommend Bloodborne, because it's not even close to Dark Souls. It has some similarities to Dark Souls, but it's not really. It's like the evolution of Dark Souls, but it doesn't. It's much faster. The mechanics of Bloodborne are much more aggressive. You don't have shields for you to cover. You have to depend on the dodge and the roll to evade attacks, and it's more about skill than hiding behind a shield. I don't want to say that Dark Souls is not difficult, because that's not true, but I definitely prefer the gameplay mechanics of Bloodborne, definitely, without a doubt. And that's going to be really strange when Dark Souls 3 comes out, because it's going to be back to using shields. And I understand that they kind of want to give Dark Souls 3 a little vibe from Bloodborne by making the fighting feel a little faster. Now, I didn't play the network test because I didn't got an invite, and I'm still pissed off about it, but I saw a lot of gameplay. I didn't want to spoil myself a lot, but I saw a lot of gameplay and people saying that it's much quicker, it's much faster than Dark Souls 1, and especially Dark Souls 2, which feels horribly slow. Like the other day I was playing with my only character that I made in the Scholar of the First Sin, because I mostly play the second version of Dark Souls and not so much Scholar, but I was playing a little, you know, getting back a little. I think I was trying to defeat the Ivory King, which was the only boss fight that I didn't defeat in that character. I was just checking it out a little after playing so much Bloodborne, and it felt like I was moving in slow motion. Like, oh my god, it was so fucking bad. And I have to wonder, since I didn't try the network test, I have to wonder what I'm going to feel about Dark Souls 3. If it's going to feel like going backwards from Bloodborne, or if it's going to feel natural, you know, like picking up Dark Souls 1 and playing it again, because Dark Souls 1 feels really natural for me. I played it so much. I put more than 1,000 hours, I'm not fucking lying, 1,000 hours on PlayStation 3, and then I bought the PC version when I sold my PS3, and I don't know how many hours I put on the PC version. I think Steam says somewhere, but more than 100. Nowhere near as much as the PS3, because I did a lot of PvP and even tournaments and stuff like that. When a lot of streamers in Twitch did tournaments and you know, arena PvPs and stuff like that, I did a lot of that, and a lot of single player, a solo level 1 run that, you know, I didn't do it for the channel because I didn't have a channel. I just did it because I wanted to see if I could do it. A lot of stuff. So what was I fucking talking about? Oh yeah, Dark Souls 3. Yeah. So yeah, I wonder how it's going to feel like. I'm sure I'm not going to have a problem adapting to Dark Souls 3 because I think it feels a lot closer to Dark Souls 1, and in the other part a little faster, kinda like Bloodborne. So I don't feel like I'm going to struggle with the difference between Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 that much, but I'm going to need some hours to adapt. So this is the first boss of the first soul that we just gathered. Wait, we have a boss fight? No, we have a combat arena, sorry. We have two of the armored undead knights. We have this fucking guy, I don't remember the name, but he... the longer you let him stay on the map, the more of these skeletons that is going to create. So I will say go for him first if you can, but this is a really dangerous encounter. As you can see, I'm getting hit really hard. Luckily I'm doing the strategy of using the pistol to gather wrath, and then quickly using the teleport dash that gives me health back, and of course using healing pots. But you see, they're kinda... the camera is tough to control when I'm using it unlocked, and I'm getting hit hard, even by these fucking green skeletons. By the way, when you grab someone with the circle like that, it gives you invisible frames, so you want to do that. So yeah, so now we have this spawner guy who keeps spawning enemies. If you get close to him, you see he's gonna jump in the air and fall down and try to do damage. See, there he goes again. I think I dodged that. So yeah, good news to give you now, guys. I managed to get back to the Blood Level 4, even though many people doesn't really care about Blood Level 4. It's something that I care, that I would like to finish. And I'm about to start recording Dark Souls Permadeath, so it's an interesting moment for the channel. I'm not doing new video games, maybe because they do not exist, but at least I'm doing stuff that is kind of interesting to see, I hope. And Darksiders 2 will continue because I'm really liking the progression of the game. I'm really liking the difficulty, actually. I'm liking that it's spiking up. So in the next video, guys, we're gonna go for the second soul, and if it's not too long, we're gonna do second soul and third soul. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and take care.